So how many of you find yourself bored all the time and have nothing to do with your hands? Well, especially with your hands. And you can't really take out electronics or anything in class, and toys are usually confiscated. Well, I'm here to tell you paper is not a toy, and you can do so many things with paper. So what you need to start out with is this basic square. It doesn't matter if it's not quite a square, because it'll still come out about the same. And if you don't have a square, you can just tear off a piece of the bottom, and it's fine. Alright, so the basic folds that you start out with are all half folds. You fold it diagonally, fold it the other way diagonally, and make sure when you're doing this that you run either your finger or something else along the line so that it's creased. And then you fold horizontally, and you fold vertically. Now the next step is called the water bomb fold. I'm not sure why it's called that, but my teacher in high school told me it, and I'm sticking to it. So what you want to do is you want to fold it in half diagonally like you just did, and you should notice that you have a square and two triangles. So you open it up a little bit and you tuck these triangles inside. And then you just press down so that what you just tucked inside has a crease. And you do the same on the other side. Alright, so now you should have a smaller square. Yes, we went from a square to a square, but it's kind of necessary, and you'll see why soon. So what you want to do, again, is hold it so that it opens on top. And then you want to take the right and left corner, and you want to fold it inward to the middle crease. So it'll look like that. And then do that on both sides. And once again, this isn't actually required, just like you didn't have to make the diagonal folds for the water bomb. You just kind of want to, because, well, most of you might know, but some others might be beginners, and it's easier for a beginner to crease their folds because it folds easier. So then, just like with the water bomb, you have these triangles on the side that are like flaps, and you don't want those triangles. You'll use them later, but you don't want them to show. So you open it up a little, and you tuck those triangles inside. Fold along the crease. Doesn't really matter if you're too sloppy with these folds, because as long as it resembles a bird, you're doing something right. You won't actually know either if it resembles a bird until a little bit later. Then fold the other side. And what you should be getting is a smaller diamond, which is exactly what you want. And just make sure you push down so it's mostly flat. Then you'll have a smaller diamond. Once again, hold it so that the part that opens is facing up. And then what you want to do is these two things on the side are actually the wings, so you fold those down. Now this is probably the most difficult step, and that's creating the head and the tail. And what you want to do for the head and tail is you want to just push the entire thing, like from the back downwards, like so. And then pull a little bit until it's firm, and push this little irregular shape. You just push that together so it makes a nice crease. Now as you can tell, one wing's already messed up, but it'll still work. And then what you do for the other one is you make it a slightly longer triangle peeking up, so that it can serve as the head. So it should not be the same on both sides. The rest should be pretty much symmetrical, but this part, the tail, should be shorter. And then to make the actual head, you take this part right here, the top of the triangle, and you just push it inward and down, and then crease. And you have a little head with a beak and everything. And then you're pretty much done, but I would require one more step just to make it easier. If you're using thicker paper like this, then you would want to semi-crease these wings so that it flaps smoothly. Also, if you have thicker paper, it may help to tear out some of the bottom. As long as it flaps, it's good. So then you just semi-crease, and boom. It'll work. There it goes. Okay, it's saying I was one. And that's it. You now have a crane. And you're no longer bored, hopefully.